Hey everyone, it's Ace. Welcome back to another video. Horses, boats, behemoths, private servers, server browsers, commanders. There's so much I have to talk about in this video. It's actually crazy. So if you're new here, hey, hello, my name is Ace. I post 2 to 3 Battlefield videos a week and I play every Battlefield game that is available to me until Battlefield 6 launches. So if you want to keep in touch with all Battlefield 6 related news, information and leaks, then please consider leaving a like, comment and a subscription for all the future content. So without wasting your time any further, let's check out what 1BF Telegram group said exactly. Just keep in mind, guys, that everything here is just lines of code and may not mean literally anything, so it could just be placeholder. They say Commander mode is mentioned, join as Commander, is Commander, Commander enabled, so if you loved Commander in Battlefield 2 and Battlefield 4, it seems to be coming back in some shape or form, if these lines of codes are to be believed. I hope this time around it's gonna be a little bit more than just being a glorified cruise missile and HPT spammer like it was in Battlefield 4. They also mentioned free-to-play mode is mentioned, BF experience and F2P, so yeah, I mean, that's probably going to be the Battle Royale. They already said that Battle Royale is going to be free to play, so if I had to put my eggs in one basket, that is Battle Royale. They also say there are server modes from Battlefield 3 and 4. Private, ranked, unranked, and official. This could only be held by, the only way you could change those settings would be with a server browser, correct? If I'm not mistaken. If you play Battlefield 2042 a lot and you're into the matchmaking stuff, can you do this in Battlefield 2042? Can you do this in Portal? I really don't play a lot of Portal. I hate Portal in Battlefield 2042, so I don't know. Let me know how this works, because if this isn't just for Portal, this could be a little bit of hint that there might be a server browser included along with the matchmaking. However that would work, I have no clue, but perhaps. Then they say horses, boats, air superiority with behemoths a la Battlefield 1 and Battlefield 5. I guess by Battlefield 5 I mean the calling system, which are basically private mini behemoths. Passive 3D spotting, something related to weather, competitive mode. Okay. Spectator mode with first and third person views, free camera and photo mode in general. Personally, I'm very happy about having a spectator mode. As a creator, it helps me create some art and stuff for my channel, so I'm very happy about that. And the test range, this combination of spectator and test range is great for my channel. And then they say 6 factions. Factions of Britain, Japan, Italy, Russia, Deutschland, France, and the USA in different variations. Europe and Pacific are mentioned. I really hope these aren't just for Portal, though I guess they are just for Portal. But what do they mean by different variations of them? I guess from different factions of the era, so you could have, I don't know, Japan from 1942, and then we can have Japan from Battlefield 5, question mark, no clue, but I hope some of them are included as well in the base game. Then they say you can die from a gas grenade, welcome back Battlefield 1, servers have settings for changing sides at a new round and several rounds on one map and a mode, okay, confirmed. Capture the flag mode and second chance gulag is mentioned. I'm guessing this is a Battle Royale crap, don't care about that. Yeah, so these are basically all the information from 1BF Telegram, and it's a lot, guys. It's if half of this make it into the real game, this is a lot of content, I guess. Like I said though, my only concern is that everything's gonna be for fucking Portal, and I hope that's not the case. Now, ladies and gentlemen, the poll results from 2 days ago. I let the poll run for 1 extra day because I wanted to see how many people we could get to vote. So today I'm going to publish the results. Here it is on the screen right now. 1.1k of you voted on the poll, left 40 comments and 23 likes. I want to thank everybody who voted, so let's check it out. My question was, what is your top wish for Battlefield 6? 24% of you, small majority, voted for server browser as your top concern. And I'm guessing this is like the second or the third time that I have included server browser as one of my options of one of my community polls, and there's always at least 25% of you voting for this option. Seems to be a pretty big concern for you guys. So I think if DICE is watching videos like mine and people's concerns on Reddit and other creators' videos about server browser, I think it's very, very valid concern to consider server browser in the next game and not just matchmaking. Is it worth it for them to risk maybe like losing 25% of their player base just so they can sell some skin battles to somebody who doesn't know how to play Battlefield and is dying 24/7, is protected by like matchmaking and some type of a skill-based matchmaking? I would say no, but we're gonna have to see how it goes. One other thing I want to mention is when I'm looking at the options I gave you guys to vote for, isn't it sad that we have to pick like 1 or 2 options from these things and we are guaranteed to have at least one of those options here not fulfilled? And if I had to guess which one it's going to be that it's not going to be fulfilled, of course it's going to be the content pack experience, because we already know this game is a live service game and it is not going to have as much content as we would like as the older Battlefield giants like Battlefield 3 and Battlefield 4, where with premium they guaranteed the amount of content we are getting. And then on Battlefield 4, we even got extra content, if you guys remember, with the community maps. I forgot what the name was of those, my god. But you know what I mean, those even came for free. So yeah, we ain't getting that type of content in a live service game, that is for sure. Big majority of you guys voted for 58% actually fun plus immersion, I couldn't like include immersion as a separate option because YouTube only has 4 options on this poll. So people who always ask me, Ace, why don't you have more options? That's why, because it's only 4 fucking options for some reason. I don't know why. Perhaps I need to be a bigger creator so I get more options. I'm just kidding. So fun and immersion is your biggest priority. Mine as well. If I could vote on my own poll, it's for sure fun and immersion. Immersion less so, as long as the game is fun, I could like look past the other issues as long as they get fixed in due time, of course. Then 9% of you voted for content-packed experience. Like I just said, as a live service game, that is almost certain not to be fulfilled, especially if the game doesn't do well after the launch day and it's like a mid-tier game. Let's say the game sells, I don't know, the same copies as Battlefield 5 did on launch and like a couple of weeks after. Yeah, we ain't getting a lot of support for that game, that's for fucking sure. Then we have 9% of you who voted for a wish to have very good and stable launch, 9%. Like I said, stable launch for me, of course it's a concern, but I think people maybe misinterpret the way I'm looking at the stable launch. When I'm looking at the launch day, I'm not looking at what maps are there, how many maps, how many guns. I'm looking that I'm not fucking crashing like in Battlefield 4. I'm looking that when I'm shooting at a building with an RPG, that the whole server doesn't crash, that my origin and computer don't blue screen, that I'm not banned from the game because I crashed the building on Siege of Shanghai. That's a stable launch for me. I still have trauma from Battlefield 4 launch, so you're gonna have to forgive me there. This is what I'm considering a good launch. So what you might consider a good launch is not exactly parallel to mine, but this is for me, that's my good launch definition. Summer is approaching fast. We're already in mid-May, and EA did say they're going to reveal the next Battlefield game in summer. When? It's probably going to be on the big Xbox event if I had to put my guess there. They're going to reveal the single-player campaign, the multiplayer campaign, the like what's going to be the plan going forward with the content and all this other stuff as a live service game. And there's probably going to be like a couple of people on LAN computers playing a few matches of Conquest, Breakthrough, or Domination, or whatever modes they're going to choose. And yeah, it's going to be pretty big. We're also going to know what exactly the game is going to be called officially. So if it's not called Battlefield 6, then I can stop using Battlefield 6 in my video title and use whatever it's going to be called. What's going to happen after that is probably something you're going to guess. The game is going to come out for pre-order. I'm not going to here patronize you what you should do or not. You're an adult. I'm an adult. If you want to pre-order, you pre-order the game. If you're not going to pre-order, don't pre-order. I know personally I'm not going to pre-order. You do as you wish. You're adults, so you decide that for yourself. And then after that, it's going to be like pause for like a month or so, and then it's going to be an alpha some type, like maybe an open alpha. Maybe they're going to open Battlefield Labs to literally everyone just to download on Steam. We do know there's leaks that the Battlefield Labs client is on Steam, and people are actively looking for its Steam IDs, so perhaps there's going to be some type of a huge open test as well on Steam in a couple of months from this video, and hopefully there will be, so we can all play the game and see what we're getting before the beta, and we can see what the final product might be. With that being said, guys, thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please, as a small creator, leave me a like, comment, and a subscription for future content. Have a great weekend, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.